Good evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
come, sit down.
You are
Thank
not
you, sir.
tired, no?
No, sir.
Your name?
Pratik. Pratik.
Pratik.
Anil.
Jarad is my surname,
But
sir.
we already
Pratik.
had one.
No, sir.
Jarad Pratik.
Pratik
Yes.
Anil.
Okay, Jarad.
Yes, sir.
You are Jarad or Pratik or Anil?
Sir, Jarad is my surname. My name is Pratik.
And what is Anil?
My father's name, sir.
Okay, because I also happen to be Anil. I have great interest in people with my name. Okay. So Pratik, tell me about yourself.
Sir, I am Jarad Pratik Anil. I am from Baramati, Maharashtra. I have done my schooling from the Baramati itself. Sir, I have done my graduation in the mechanical engineering from the Rajaram Bapu Institute.
Good. Let me ask you one thing.
Sir.
What is Baramati famous for?
Sir, Baramati is an industrial town in the western Maharashtra. It is famous for the Kavivarya Moropanta, who is a poet. In addition, sir, it is also famous for the Sharad Pawar, who is considered as a good political leader in my state, sir.
And Pune is supposed to be a center of education.
Sir.
So can you tell me something about the educational aspect of Pune?
Sir, Pune is also known as Oxford of East. It is known because about 40 to 50% of the foreign student in India are studied in Pune itself. Sir, it is also famous for the Japanese learning as well as the German learning, sir. And sir, it houses the Savitribai Phule University, which is one of the largest university in terms of number of affiliated colleges, sir. So that's why, sir, it is famous for the education.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Pratik,
Sir.
You know, in Maharashtra, we read about the state from time to time. Farmers there commit suicides.
Sir.
Why do they do that in some areas?
Sir, mostly the farmers from the Marathwada and the Vidarbha do lot of the suicide. Sir, in addition to the traditional problems of the low irrigation, as well as, sir, lack of economic opportunity in the Marathwada region are the bigger reason for the suicide. In addition, sir, the peculiar thing about the Marathwada is almost 2/3 of the land in the Marathwada is used for the agriculture. And except Aurangabad, there is not any other much bigger economic center in that state, that area. That's why, sir, it is infamous for the farmer suicide, sir.
What about money lending part?
Yes,
money
sir.
lenders?
Compared to the national average of 72%, the institutional credit in Marathwada part is low. That is also, sir, bigger concern.
Okay. Now, have you heard of Acharya Rajneesh Osho?
Yes, sir, I have heard about him, yes.
Can you tell me anything about him?
Sir, sorry, sir, I am not very
You have not followed him?
aware about him.
Okay. He had his ashram also?
Yes,
Still
sir.
has probably?
Yes, sir, in the Koregaon.
Where?
In the Koregaon, Pune, sir.
Okay, Pune he has an ashram. Okay. Now, you also face droughts in certain parts of Maharashtra every year almost.
Sir.
Why does it happen?
Sir, it is due to multiple reasons. The prime being the geographical region, because the major part of the state comes in the leeward area of the Sahyadri. In addition, sir, the irrigational coverage of the Maharashtra is standing at 18%, which is much lower as compared to national average of 45%. In addition, sir, the majority of farmers are still taking the water guzzling crop like the sugarcane. That is also a reason behind the water crisis in my states.
Okay. Somebody says that, tell me some 3 interesting things about Maharashtra. Special things about Maharashtra, of which Maharashtrians are very proud. Tell me about them.
Sir, Maharashtra houses the Mumbai, which is the financial capital of the India itself. In addition, sir, the vibrant culture of the Maharashtra, which is very composite and the pluralistic, which Maharashtrian also take proud. In addition, sir, we are very also proud of the history, which is composed of the numerous social activists who contributed not only to the history of Maharashtra but also, sir, the country itself.
Okay. Do you take interest in international affairs?
Yes, sir.
You do. What interests you?
Sir, the geopolitical the things which are happening in the global politics. Mainly the relations between the global powers attracts me a lot of my attention, sir.
What is your view on Russian aggression on Ukraine?
Sir, as suggested by the government of India.
No, I'm not asking about the government.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking for your view, seeking your view.
Sir, in the contemporary international politics, I believe that there is no space for no space for the violation of the territorial integrity and the sovereignty of any country. Rather than taking the use of the violence, I believe that we could have the Russia or the Ukraine could have used the international platforms like the UNSC as well as, sir, the established institutional mechanism to resolve the crisis.
But Pratik, UN has not been very effective, in resolving issues like this.
Yes, sir.
So do you think going to the UN would have helped?
Sir, not only UN but the bilateral mechanism between
They
the
didn't try that bilateral negotiations.
They had tried, but it did not bring any positive result. That's why Russia took the course of the aggression. But I believe that, sir, in the traditional international politics, we should give chance more to the negotiations and the deliberation rather than taking the use of the violence, sir.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Pratik.
Yes, sir.
Lokayuk bill was introduced in Maharashtra Assembly few days back.
Yes, sir.
What was special related with Lokayuk bill as compared to other state where Lokayuk Act is already under operation?
Sorry, sir, I am not very aware about the peculiar thing about the Lokayukt Act. But, sir, the Lokayukt Act in the Maharashtra also talk about bringing the jurisdiction of the Lokayukt to the ministers as well as the MLAs of the state. But I am not aware of
when it will be considered that they also come under the purview of Lokayukt Act, no doubt, as you have just said.
Yes.
So entire Council of Ministers, including Chief Minister, they come under the purview of Lokayukt Act.
Yes.
But how much majority with what majority of the House should recommend that action can be taken against these two, against these against these Council of Ministers, including the Chief Minister?
Sorry, sir, I am not very aware about it. I will look into it after going through the interview.
Okay, under whose recommendation this Lokayukt bill was introduced?
Sir, it is under the recommendation of the Anna Hazare.
That's right. Good enough. Now, there is a verse from Sanskrit which has been taken from Ishopanishad. I will quote that in English.
Okay.
So then you will tell me what exactly that means.
Yes.
All living beings are creatures of God. All these are beneficial to each other. Let's learn to derive benefit from each other's existence. Let's not encroach upon right of other species. What does it mean?
Sir, this statement shows very inclusive nature of all the human beings on the world. Rather than
all the human beings.
All the creatures in the world. Rather than taking aggressive stance against each other, we should be very inclusive and our mindset should be very open while taking the good thing from everyone, including the animals and all the species. And we should proactively contribute toward the well-being of everyone.
Okay, Kolhapur, you have studied in Kolhapur, is
Sir.
it? Any item in Kolhapur which is having GI tag? Is there any item which is produced in Kolhapur or manufactured in Kolhapur having GI tag?
Sir, Kolhapur Jaggery has a GI tag.
Kolhapur?
Jaggery.
Okay.
As well as, sir, Kolhapur Chappal has also a GI tag.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You are from Maharashtra.
Yes, ma'am.
Maharashtra has very strong Panchayati Raj institutions.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the ills of the Panchayati Raj institutions? What are the deficiencies they face? Do you know anything about it?
Yes, ma'am. The major deficiency lies in the financial autonomy of this Panchayati Raj Institute. Because of being the voluntary provision in the constitution, the state government has not devolved the funds and the functions which are required for the panchayat to do the useful
Funds,
thing.
Functions and functionaries.
Yes, ma'am.
Functional, one more F is there.
Yes, ma'am. It has not been devolved that much. And even though Panchayati Raj is strong in my state, but Ma'am, it is mostly in the areas of the Western Maharashtra where side by side cooperative is also strong. But with respect to Vidarbha and the Marathwada, the working of the Panchayat Raj has not that much efficient, ma'am.
Okay. The second question is on cooperatives.
Yes, ma'am.
Cooperatives have also played a very important role in Maharashtra.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the problems, which the cooperatives face?
The major problem is the larger politicization of the cooperative.
Okay.
In addition, largely the cooperative are reduced only to the areas of the sugarcane as well as dairy. But with respect to the other sector, the cooperative has not been that much efficient.
Okay. What is the Self-Supporting Cooperative Act?
Sorry, ma'am.
Do you have any idea?
No, ma'am. I'm not.
That is, they are independent. For registration and all, you don't have to wait till government gives you permission.
Okay,
After a few days of the application, self-register.
Okay,
Government will not interfere.
Okay,
So
thank
you
you,
can
ma'am.
study that act.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Last question.
Yes, ma'am.
Maharashtra is a state of writers. How many Gyanpith winners? Can you name a few of the Gyanpith writers?
Sorry, ma'am. I have not looked into it. But
Most famous. Who was the most famous among them? The
I'm
book
not able to recall, ma'am.
Yayati. Have you read that?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Pratik, what is your optional
Sir, political science and international relations.
and when is your interview?
Sir, it is scheduled on 31st January.
31st January.
Very little time.
Okay, Pratik, you can go out. We'll call you back.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I come in, sir?
Yes, please come in. Come in. Yeah, please.
Thank you, sir.
Pratik, is this your first interview?
No, sir, it would be third.
Third.
Interview. Yes, sir.
So, what were your scores in the previous interviews?
Sir, in the first interview, I got 164, and in the second, I got 179.
179.
Yes, sir.
And from waiting list also you could not get any
No, I was short of 8 marks.
8 marks.
Okay. So, since you have already appeared, so how do you assess yourself today?
I
How
should
many
have
marks will you give for today's performance?
in the 160s or 170s, but I'm not very sure about the marking skill.
Okay, but you must have analyzed what are the areas which really require improvement.
Sir, I'll need require improvement in this Maharashtra related issues, mostly in the Gyanpith and the culture related aspect of Maharashtra. In addition, sir, with 2 IR question, I could have done better. Sir.
Okay, you see, doing better for a question, particular question is one thing. But one thing which you must have observed now that you appear twice, interview this person, it is called personality test.
Sir.
It is not called knowledge test. You see.
Yes, sir.
But then the talk will be around certain subjects, certain topics.
Yes, sir.
So you got to go as much right as possible in terms of the content.
Yes, sir.
But personality test is more about your personality,
Yes, sir.
more about how you say,
Yes.
more about your body language, your expression, your gestures, your ability to interact well, enthusiastically, warmly. It is those aspects which are being seen.
Yes.
So that is what candidate, they focus more and more on the knowledge and forget that, you see, they have to make their presence felt, you see. As a young person who is ready to take serious and important and critical responsibilities of the civil services, whichever service it may be. So remember this, reflect on this part, you see.
Okay, sir.
This is what you have to improve. The rest, you see, you don't really have too much of time. You have just about 3 weeks. So I would say there is no point bothering too much. There is no point trying to cover each and everything and cram, etc. Be at ease.
Yes, sir.
One is work around your DF.
Yes.
That is one basis of, you must have seen the previous interviews.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of questions flow from your DF.
Yes.
The second is about the current affairs.
Yes, sir.
Either arising out of this or independent of this. Okay.
Yes.
So current affairs depends on which newspapers you read. So either Indian Express, Hindu, you may be reading. And one economic newspaper. So economic aspects we didn't really interact much, but by the time you go, it will be very near to, maybe economic
Budget.
survey would have come, and then next day you see this. So those things are very important.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is what our suggestion is there. Don't go for too many mocks.
Yes, sir.
Just 1 or 2 maximum, you see. It is more for you to practice, more for you to reflect, you see, how you are going to present yourself.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there any question you have to ask?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Then God bless you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All the best, Pratik.
Thank you, sir.